Hey everyone! Today I want to share with you an incredible story from the Bible. The story of Samson. It's a story about strength, choices, and what happens when we forget who gives us our true power. So let's dive in. A long time ago, there was a group of people called the Israelites. They were God's chosen people, but they often got themselves into trouble by not listening to Him. At this time, the Israelites were being ruled over by their enemies, the Philistines. But God had a plan to help His people. There was a man named Manoah and his wife who couldn't have any children. One day, an angel appeared to them and told them they would have a son. But not just any son. This baby would be special from birth. He would be set apart for God's work and help free Israel from the Philistines. His parents were told never to cut his hair because his long hair would be a symbol of his special promise to God. And that's how Samson came into the world, a boy destined to be a hero for his people. As Samson grew up, everyone could see he was different. He was incredibly strong, stronger than anyone else around him. But his strength didn't come from lifting weights or eating spinach. It came from God. Samson did amazing things with his strength. One time, he killed a lion with his bare hands. Another time, he defeated 1,000 Philistine soldiers, all by himself, using just the jawbone of a donkey as a weapon. Can you imagine that? But here's the thing about Samson. He was strong on the outside, but not always strong on the inside. He didn't always make wise choices. He often did what he wanted instead of listening to God. One of Samson's biggest mistakes was falling in love with a woman named Delilah. Now, Delilah was beautiful, but she didn't really care about Samson. The Philistines wanted to know the secret of Samson's strength, so they paid Delilah to find out. Over and over again, Delilah asked Samson, "Tell me, what makes you so strong? How can you be tied up and made weak?" At first, Samson tricked her with lies, but Delilah kept nagging and nagging. She didn't give up. Finally, Samson gave in. He told her the truth. "My strength comes from God, and as long as my hair is never cut, I will be strong." So while Samson was sleeping, Delilah cut his hair. When he woke up, he thought he'd still be strong, but he wasn't. God's strength had left him because he broke his promise. The Philistines captured Samson. They blinded him and made him their prisoner. They mocked him and made him work like an animal. It looked like Samson's story was over. He was weak, blind, and alone. But here's where the story takes an important turn. One day, the Philistines held a huge celebration in their temple. They brought Samson out to make fun of him in front of everyone. Samson was led by a young boy to stand between two huge pillars that held up the whole building. In that moment, Samson remembered where his strength had always come from. Not from his hair, but from God. Samson prayed, "Lord God, remember me. Please strengthen me just once more." God heard Samson's prayer. Samson pushed with all his might against the pillars. The temple came crashing down on the Philistines, and Samson defeated more enemies in his final moments than he had in his entire life. So, what can we learn from Samson's story? Samson was strong because God made him strong. But when he forgot who gave him that strength and made poor choices, he lost it all. Samson's story reminds us that our true strength doesn't come from what we can do on our own. It comes from trusting God and using the gifts He gives us wisely. Even when we make mistakes, big ones, God doesn't abandon us. He gives us second chances when we turn back to Him with our whole heart. So whatever gifts or talents you have, whether you're strong, smart, creative, or kind, remember to use them for good, and always remember where they come from. Thanks for listening and for watching the story of Samson. If you enjoyed this, like and share the video with someone who could use a reminder that our true strength comes from God, and subscribe to our channel for more Bible story time. See you next time.